A folk music composition and kyui are heritage of the nations. The sounds of the great steppe are different instruments and melodious compositions. The great and mysterious music is on the program. The sounds of the great steppe. A musical instrument is an instrument created or adapted to make a musical sound. The Alatau ensemble is made up of students who play on different musical instruments. One of them is playing on the dombra, others playing on the kobuz. The music is overflowing to the heart. There's a small drum and flute as well. All members of the ensemble are talented and they play very well on the instruments. They understand each other in the language of music, and they've already achieved good results in the music world. This ensemble performed Kazakh kyui compositions abroad and returned back from the music tour to the motherland with great success.
Ансамбльнің құрамы бәрі студенттер, осы өнер ордасының бәрі 3-ші курс студенттері.
The members of the ensemble are students. All of them study at the Kazakh National Academy of Art, and they are students of the 3rd year. This folk ethnographic ensemble was organized 2 years ago. We've chosen talented young people from the 1st-year students. Our purpose is to show Kazakh folk compositions to foreign and Turkic-speaking countries. I'm saying it as our ensemble had a tour to Majar, Germany, Slovenia, and Austria and showed their talent there.
Majar yerine, Germaniyaga, Sloveniya, Австрия қалаларына барып, өз өнерлерін көрсетті. Сонда осы біздің дәстүрлі.
They showed their art skills and have received gratitude from the people. As instruments, what were played are kul-kobuz, dombra, shertir, and zhitigen. All of them are not electric. When we played on the instruments, clean sounds came through our every instrument. The second singularity of the ensemble during our music tour is we can play Turkic-speaking countries' music on our instruments.
Түркі тілес халықтарының ән күйлерін біз сапармен барғанда жинап әкелеміз де, соны осы аспаптарға лайықтап түсіріп орындатамыз. жаймағанғыр өзі батыс өңіріне стилінде жазылған күй, халық күйі.
The Zhekpe-Zhek composition was written in the West kyui school style. It is a folk composition and the melody is close to the Mongol-style kyui school, but the rhythm of the kyui composition is different. For example, the rhythms of sounds will change from intervals 7 to 8, from 6 to 8, and 8 to 8 rhythm of the melody. And the two dombra players play very magnificently these rhythms on their instruments. We kept all the rhythm playing of Kazakh melodies as quart and quint intervals. We did not add European melodies. The composition gives to the listeners a nice atmosphere and mood as well. We played the original of this kyui composition.
Сол табиғи қалпында қалдырып, солай орындадық. Екінші жаңа орындалған шығармамыз бұл. Жибек деген ағамыздың Қазақстанның халық артисі.
The second composition we performed was written by Jibek. He is an honored artist of the Republic of Kazakhstan and owner of the State Award and composer. This year was his 90th anniversary. We organized at the Zhurgenov Academy of Art the department Folk Music Art, a round table for Kumisbekov's 90th anniversary. After that, we performed a concert. He was a talented composer. He wrote compositions in kyui and waltz genres. His romance compositions are also played. Our ensemble played his The Way of Life kyui composition. We kept the originality of the composition. Basically, this kyui can be written in classical genre, but we could lose the original of this composition. Of course, it was difficult to write it for the ensemble. However, we tried to keep the sound of kyui, a composition that is dedicated only to the dombra instrument.
Соны біз не сақтай отырып, қазаққа өзін домбыраға арналған күйдің несі сақтай отырып жаздық.
Music is one of the great art and spiritual treasures what is shared with all people. Each nation has its own melody, cues, and song compositions, and own instruments as well. The composition structure can be different, but their melody and music are similar. Therefore, we say, music has no language barriers. It's just music. You could just listen to it and feel it. The sound of dombra melody of kobuz gave its own music to the instrument, and these instruments are able to play foreign melodies as well. Only a musician should play and should have talent to play on these instruments.
Былтыр осы Европаға іс-сапармен концертке шақырылды. Шақырған кезде әдейілеп
We had a music tour to Europe where we performed our concert last year. Austrians asked us to play on their musical instruments and their compositions as well. Their idea was to play their instrument in combination with ours. I was surprised at the harmony of the instruments. For example, the sound of zhitigen and the harps, accordions, and sirnai have their own harmony. They have similar instruments as our kul kobuz. We noticed the harmony of these instruments between each other.
жаңа ойнап отқан олардың жаңағы аккордеонде сырнайлармен біздің сырнайлардың үндестіген. Жаңа оларда қылғоз аспап сияқты аспаптар бар екен. Солардың жаңағы үндестерлерін бір-біріне үндестерін байқадық. Олар маған осы Nurgisa Tlendiev.
They asked me to write them Nurgisa Tlendiev's song, Kua Bol. At the beginning, I did not understand why they asked me to write this song. We have other songs as well. The reason was they have heard this song when Rosa Rymbayeva sung it. They would like to see similarity during our performance with their instruments. They asked us to write the song. It was interesting when we played it. After they performed this song composition on their harp, the flute and guitar instruments. And we played the composition, Kua Bol.
Арфа, сосын жаңағы ойнап отқан сырнайы, сосын әлгі гитарасы. Олар жаңағы ұқсас жаңағы шығарманы ойнады. Одан кейін біз жаңағы сол мені Куа Болды ойнадық. Сонда жаңағы Австрияның көрермендері жаңа жерде риза болып неткені.
Austrian audience was impressed with the sounds of our instruments, harmony and magnificent melodies, and also recognized by them. After we had a thought, what about to play their compositions on our musical instruments as a present from us? It was magnificent. And our second trip to Magyar, our national ensemble played Brahms' Fifth Dance composition. And we played Turkish March of Mozart in Vienna. We were accepted in a high level by music lovers.
Венада біз Моцарттың түрік маршын орындап бердік. Сол кезде өте жоғары деңгейде бізді қабылдады.
On April 26th to 29th, the 4th International Research Symposium on Turkic World will be held in the city of Niğde, Turkey. This year's symposium is organized the 4th time, and it is held every year as talented people from 15 to 20 countries participate there. It should be noted that such international research symposium on the Turkic world for the first time was held at the University of Niğde in 2014, where 23 countries took part in this symposium. The second symposium was hosted by the Kazakh State Pedagogical University for Women in Almaty in 2015, and talented people from 17 countries participated in it. The third symposium was organized by the Baku Eurasian University in 2016. This year it will be in the Niğde city of Turkey. Every time I took with me my report. After the report, we perform our concert, and our ensemble plays Turkish songs and compositions. And we wrote songs for this event. Constantly, we have taken from each song a part and made Turkish song as a mixture from different compositions.
Бұл күйді негізі аты Zhekpe-Zhek деп, оны мен қойдым. Негізі бұл күй емес, алтындан деген поэма.
I titled this kyui composition as Zhekpe-Zhek. In general, it is not a kyui. It was taken from the poem The Golden Grain. The poem consists of 3 parts and was written for the dombra and the piano. The main theme of this composition is the Jibek movie was when 2 heroes, Tuligen and Bekejan, started to fight, and this kyui composition was played in that moment. At the end of 1980 and beginning of the 1990s, we wrote the kyui composition together with Talgat Sarinbayev in a new genre. Aygul Ulkinbayeva played at first our composition. We recorded the sound on the computer. Therefore, we have to show this kyui composition to Nurgisa Tlendiev. We thought probably he would not like it. After we recorded it, we titled it as Zhekpe-Zhek. Constantly, we needed to go to the composer. There was a tape recorder, romantic, in those years. The composition was recorded very well in the studio. We switched on our tape recorder. The sound of the composition gives power. The sound of drum shows the hard time of that period of time. The melody belongs to the nomad people and describes the brave heroes. And the instruments that were played on compositions describe the sound of the steppe. We successfully opened the theme of the composition. A composer, Nurgisa, looked at the window after listening to the composition and told us, "You wrote the composition in a professional way. I authorize, I would also agree with you, the title what you gave to the composition, Zhekpe-Zhek." In 1980, the composition was introduced and played by musicians on the stages with Zhekpe-Zhek title at the beginning of the 1990s. A kyui composition that was played by boys and girls of the Alatau ensemble are impetuous and significant. Compositions give power and touch deeply the listener's heart. When the ensemble plays Turkic-speaking country's melody, they add to the music a part of Kazakh colors of the melody. What can enrich the composition, especially the rhythms of the melody? And listeners feel it as well. All of us know as music is eternal heritage. Subsequently, Kazakh music will live forever when we have talented young people.